And next up. Okay, you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Zoom, that's that. Okay, we got the zoom. Hey, Steven! Hey. Hopefully you're doing good today. Also, hopefully you're staying warm. We can add one shotgun. Both guns there. Combined. Let's wait for the dumpsters. And if none of this works, then we're in a shit ton of trouble. Hey, Action!
Claire, I'll take care of you now. Feeling better?
No.
Thanks to you. Just like a big brother, huh? You're always looking out for your little sister.
Sweet home Alabama.
It's Alexia!
No.
Alexia? There really is an Alexia?
How did you not know it?
Because the other one that we fought was his brother cross-dressing.
After her! She might know where Steve is.
Let's go.
Yeah. Thanks, Prime. No.
Chris! No!
No.
Just go. I'll be fine.
But Chris!
You've got to save Steve. Go!
But do we really? Do you want to try and use both herbs or not?
That is up to you.
Okay, we'll try with a single herb. Okay. System. Save state. We have one tentacle and a zombie. We pass this one. Sometimes, no. Also help if I equip it. Probably should have also taken the knife. Cause now we only have 3 shots. Want to see if we can get it to follow me and drop the thing on it? Or should I just run past it entirely?
Whichever seems better. Oh.
Stop! I got stuck in the corner. Well, we still can grab the knife. Hi, Marth. Not our, not our best moment. Part of me's thinking that should I just use the knife the entire time, or... But then we lose way too much back health for the boss fight. Or I mean the running away sequence. Okay, let me test something. Scared me? Yeah! jump from it? Yeah! He's still fine. Probably the worst experiment ever?
How many steps does it take to get to the center of a tentacle?
Apparently a lot. Should I stab it or should I shoot it? Yeah, that's a bad idea. Yeah, that's dumb. You're still gonna die? Even if we really succeed, we won't really win. Because you have to go back and then... She's just not picking it up? Got the knife just in case. First time around I was able to run past it, but I've never been able to do it again. Step, step. It's still gonna take more than one shot, or... Bingo, bingo, bingo. Eee. doing? I'm back and drop off the all of 8 shots. Okay. That. Apparently I'm just dying to the freaking trap and not the zombies. Okay. I'm dead. Okay. Fun, fun. Yes, now we gotta go back and knife the other tentacle. We just gotta do this without taking any damage. That basically indicated everything just did. Possible? Yeah, I don't think it's possible. Another fun fight. everyone's favorite character. Morning, Nova. Aw, that's adorable.
No, I can't do it. Who did this to you?
That crazy woman told me she was gonna perform the same experiment on me that she did on her own father. She's completely insane.
Oh.
What's wrong?
Claire! Can't breathe. Claire!
I activate the magic card, Graceful Charity!
Yeah. Okay, if you remember right, you run forward, run around, and then run for the gate. Which means you can probably do it without wasting a second, right? I'm stuck on the side. I'm gonna die already. Ah!
If I remember correctly, the strat is to run around him.
Yeah. Yeah, people have done this hitless. I think we did also hitless. I think we also had double herb. I'm stuck! I'm stuck!
Steve?
Yeah, but the strat is to run around.
Yeah.
Turn around, and then run.
I got hit before you ran. Gotta raise both his swings. I'm screwed. You need to get stuck in the corner, I think. Yeah. Dang it, actually caught me on the side. Wait, why is the thing stuck like that? Yeah, the axe does 2 stages of damage. So either go back and give her another herb, or... No! This isn't, this isn't even the worst part. I'm stuck here. Goddamn stool! Yeah. Hey, Charizard! Dang it. That's up here. And here. Oh, we just need fewer steps. Yay! Hey, RNG! RJ! Yeah! Ow! Damn it! Get stuck on the backswing? Dang it! Huh. Wanna survive? Survive it? No! Do we have to go back and get both heads? We're literally just one step away. Okay, I'm stuck on that again. Ah! Well, that worked wrong.
As long as it works.
It did not work. This is gonna be really dumb. Why does the keyboard keep popping up on my side? Oh, yeah, that was stupid. That was really stupid. Let's try to make another. Make it a little faster. That's really, really messed up. Can you still call me there? Yeah. If you get out there, you can't make it. Stuck again. stopping on the finish line. Do one more good run. We might happily do it. No!
Steve?
No, you're not. Definitely not cute. Aww. Just messed up the run.
My fave pile of great jelly. What's up?
Hey, no. Bop one. Dang it. Okay, so do we go back and use the second herb?
That is up to you. Do you feel it would be better?
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
Because single herb is just not giving us the survivability. So I can't remember which one was ours. What if we are the Resident Evil? Good question. Give it a 5.
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
Hi, Damo. How goes it?
Pain, but fine.
Yay. Are you streaming?
Yes.
Yay.
And- With the settings, don't you worry, they can hear you. I couldn't join right away, I had my nephew on me lap.
Fair.
And he likes trying to listen, and obviously, I don't want you to teach him bad words when his dad's accidentally done it already with Grand Theft Auto.
Aw, those
Well-
were a bunch of great words.
So, something funny happened today.
Ah.
Oh.
So, I've got one of the marks for the Pikachu.
Yeah.
That's good. I haven't been able to get the others, even though I've brought over 500 apple candies.
Yeah?
It's a 1 in 100 for each one to trigger, so I've rolled 500 D100s and missed every 500 rolls. But I also got, because I was burning time waiting for my sisters. That's also why I'm late back to my PCs,
Yeah.
because my sister was cooking my lunch, because she was cooking her boyfriend's and hers too. She, because of her delayness though, I went just scouring the world, and I found a shiny Ghastly,
Yay.
which is actually something I sort of needed, because the Ghastly in my home right now is actually from a den.
Nice.
So I get to replace the den one. Right now I'm trying to get a Krogunk, and I'm in a place where he was really, really bored, because all I'm doing is standing, making a picnic, and then, because I'm in a perfect spot where only 3 families spawn, and a family is of 5, so that's 15 models, which is the maximum. So as long as I find all 3 families, it's all good. Also, I know you're not on her Discord, so I'll tell you. She was over the moon, and she was crying in her Discord, by the way, by you.
Yay.
In a good tears, before someone says that.
Oh, she had a wonderful time.
You can see why I always think she's a dinosaur fan, right?
True. Well, she's a Braylon. So
She is a
kinda.
balloon. I can see that too. It's just I always get mixed up if it's a balloon
Breloom?
by itself, balloon,
Breloom.
or a
Yeah.
I can't pronounce it correctly, or a dinosaur variant of it, or like a
Yeah.
paradox version, like a past version.
True.
But oh yeah, Reinhardt, you wasn't there. So long story short, we else raided a streamer, and she just broke down in happiness. She had never been raiding for so many viewers. And that's what I do. I try to share all the small streamers so they know where they are. And that's how you grow. You get to be friends with them, and then you grow from there. Oh, by the way, for people who know why I'm buying candy apples when I do it, it's because it's the cheapest food item you can get. Unless you actually make a sandwich yourself, and that's not quicker.
Vignettes lose too much health from this?
Oh yeah, some magic cards came through for me today.
Yeah.
And they're for certain decks, but mainly it's for my Judge Tower. Problem is, I need sleeves for my Judge Tower, and it's impossible to find sleeves for it. Because of how many sleeves I need. I need 600 sleeves.
A little excessive?
Well, it's a 600 card deck, like, it's pretty big.
Yeah. That's what she said?
No offense, no girl had seen it for years. How is the zombie game dealing with you today?
Poorly?
Sounds about normal.
I wonder if I can get him to walk up the thing. Wanna walk up the stairs? Walk into the death trap? You know you wanna? I think, can I just...
If you say please, I'll listen.
Come on, I walked up the stairs last time. I think it just hates me.
I'm so excited for today. Maybe they can finally find the problem I have. Did a zombie kill you?
No. You walked up the stairs after I got the trap disabled?
Oh. Oh yeah, I also found out both my mouse hold and my tandem mouse were from dens, and I happened to have an outbreak, and I accidentally got, well, I did the outbreak once and got 2. So I don't need to worry about it anymore if I don't want to. But it is really funny. The only like, if you saw what a normal, have you seen what a tandem mouse looks like, shiny and non-shiny?
Yeah.
It's so bad. But luckily, because of the location that the DLC 1 has, it's much easier to see. Because it's not on, the blue isn't on green. The blue is on brown in some of the locations. So, it made it so much easier to see it.
That's cool.
Though I was actually not looking for the cream. I was looking for pure white because it looks like white when it's on brown.
Like, can this video not go through?
also, I found out sizes actually work in Gen 8. They just don't look like it.
Hmm.
Because
Okay.
someone had a den that had an XXXS
Yeah.
Eevee,
Getting it.
and I caught
Can
it
you
in
go down?
the spawn to check if it was zero. It was small, and it was.
No.
So, sadly, it's not female. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Otherwise, I'd be much more happier. But it was male. Eevee outbreaks are impossible. I swear.
Let's try this again. Oh, that's bad. Wait, that's still kinda... That's still not enough?
Apparently, Wii Sports is getting added onto the Nintendo Music
Why?
because Nintendo has the rights to them. Like, this is what people have wanted for literal years. It's just that they really want. They're bringing out the music extremely slowly.
Sorry.
That's the issue. If they brought it out faster, it'd be better off. But
Die! Die! There.
why do you want us to die?
You want the stupid zombie to die?
Oh, okay, okay. Why would you want Ollie to die?
She knows what she did?
What makes me laugh is, have you seen they've updated the rules for what you can and can't do at a meet and greet? Rizzo! Thank you for the raid! How's your stream, dude? I believe that the husband of Viper, I can't remember its name. It was amazing, awesome to hear. I can't remember her full name, I just remember her first name, Viper. My brain has been in this pain turmoil at the moment.
Hey, Opsy! Did you
So-
open up your boxes? Wait, what boxes?
But thank you for the raid, I appreciate it. We are shiny hunting Krogunk at the moment. We're specifically hoping for a female one. And this is the place we can do it. We stand here, wait for 3 families to spawn, then we picnic. Because no more will spawn.
How do you open this?
And breeding, but breeding is very easy and takes out the challenge of catching them.
David!
So unless it specifically has to be bred, I'm not breeding. So ones that have to be bred, I believe, is the Rattata line and Talo. That's it. And Yamask, normal Yamask. Those Talo was because of Swalo being catchable, but no Talo. Kogegathus was catchable in DAs, but its pre-evolution obviously wasn't. And Rattata and Raticate is the only Alolan forms that haven't been in another video game. So
Fair?
So no matter what game you put them in, you have to. I'm hoping I am generally hoping though that every Pokemon that ain't in Gen 8 and 9 get put into Gen 10.
Eventually?
There's not many left. That's the thing, and I'm not counting Legends. I'm not counting like Legends Arceus and BDSP. There's like 30. If they can just put those 30 Pokemon in, then I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Am I excited for ZA?
Yeah?
Steve,
Stop!
got to hang on.
I want to be, but I realized that
We're getting out.
Legends Arceus was not my cup of tea, purely for the fact that it didn't
Kept his promise.
do anything for me. Like,
Was
Yeah,
that
it was
totally
cool.
a cup of tea?
What?
it was cool, but after you've beaten the game, it's
I'm glad
not
that I met
that
you.
interesting. And yeah, like,
Neither was
in
Sword
this
and
game,
Shield?
well, after you beat the game, there's nothing left.
I love you.
But at least I can, like, collect my Beast Ball decks. I can't do that for Legends. But there's a rumor going around that ZA is apparently in the future, which means it could have Beast Balls in it. But
That's the most petty reason ever?
well, the thing is, if it has Beast Balls in it, then it's a complete 180 for me, because then I actually get to do something in it. Because hopefully the elemental monkeys get put in.
Those are the worst monkeys ever?
Watchog and Patrat.
Meanwhile?
And B-Bar and Bidoof, yeah. They were in X and Y's starting routes. I'm thinking like what Pokemon were in X and Y could be put in Scarlet in ZA. And every Pokemon except for Skitty and Wimple's line was in Scarlet in Gen 6 as a catch for one. So
Now.
I
You are not
don't like Gen 5. I will say Gen 5 is the golden era of Pokemon, but I actually don't like Gen 5.
Which one was Gen 5?
That's Black and White and Black and White 2. And my reasoning is so dumb because everyone's like, really? My problem with Black and White 2, you are not the protagonist of Black and White and Black and White 2. You're not. Anyways, like the story evolves around N. It doesn't evolve around you. What happened in the story could have been done with N. N was the protagonist. You just happened to be his rival. Oh, it is. But the problem, when I got to the final battle, to the Pokemon, I literally had to ask myself, did I earn this battle? And I just couldn't press A because I didn't earn anything. Because it was all about N. And I think that's why we didn't get a Black and White remake. It's because people realize, wait a second, we're not the protagonist in our own game. Again, brilliant story. Not denying that. Just not what I want from a Pokemon game. The Gen 5 remakes, I think, could have been fine. Wait, is that shiny?
Chris,
God, becoming knight
since you're one of my
sucks.
best men,
I don't think that's shiny though. Doesn't look like it.
Okay, last time, yeah, the Magnum did the most damage. Shit! Gonna die! Ah!
I could see that being the case, but we sort of know what next generation is.
What is it?
It's in the Terror League. I don't really want to spoiler it. I know where we're going.
To the
We're
moon?
going to Greece, apparently. Which... Well, not Greece, but like Greek islands.
Yeah, you live the blood. Burn, burn.
Yeah, Isabel. Sadly, I'm not finishing just yet, but I'm like finishing in about an hour-ish. I've got to stop at 3 o'clock. So I'm ready to get going at 4 o'clock for my hospital appointment. And I'm 50-50 expecting to be moaned at by the hospital themselves. I'm more interested in Legends ZA than I am for Gen 10. So, for me, it is all gonna be, will Gen 10, not Gen 10, will Legends Arceus have Beast Balls? That's basically it. If there's Beast Balls in that game, I'll be over the moon. I'll be static.
Okay, so before we mess with me further,
I'm making a living shiny Beast Ball Dex, like. And the moment I've completed it, I'm going to just leave. I'm pumped for Megas. That one I am. I'll agree with. I'm pumped for Megas. Can you stop looking at me, Krogunk?
no,
Please.
no.
The worst thing is he's not even meant to be. He's just God-tiering. As in, like, he turns very rapidly towards me, even though I'm nowhere near his direction.
Crap, where is... Just can't remember where...
Okay, no, he's
that
ready
room
for
is.
everything. See, I'm indifferent with the playstyle of Arceus, of Legends Arceus. Like, it was a cool idea, but I think it was executed not as good as it could have been, which is the issue.
I will humbly disagree. Arceus was literally the best game on the Switch at the time.
Main series, okay, but I would argue that Mystery Dungeon was better.
I will agree, Mystery Dungeon, that originated on the Game Boy. And also, I might give you the second of the Ranger games.
No,
But-
I mean the remake. I mean the remake of Mystery Dungeon. Wait, wrong game.
True, but it's a remake, not an original.
That's why I said main series.
Yeah.
I
Sword
agree
and
with you, main
Shield
series.
and BDSP were complete blah
The
compared to it.
I think the problem is, it's just... Yeah, you go to sleep, Isabel. I think the problem for me is it just didn't... It didn't have anything for me to do after I beat it. Basically. That's
It
the
also
issue.
doesn't have a satisfying ending.
That's also true.
Which one?
Arceus.
True.
Like, after you've beaten the Arceus, it's just like, huh. I did. I was generally surprised, but as someone who played XD Galaxy of Darkness, I'm always prepared for a 7 battle. I wasn't prepared for an 8, but at the same point, I was like not dead in any way, shape, or form. So, like, he didn't do that much damage to me.
Like, I understand why they can't have you go back home, but like, it isn't a satisfying ending. It's like the whole goal is to get home.
Well,
Then you're told, nope, you can't go home.
yeah.
That's the wrong way. Where was that room at?
See, that's the thing. Shiny Hunt, like, I think that's the other problem is, for me, shiny hunting is not as big as it is for others.
You are literally doing nothing but shiny hunting?
Yes, but I'm shiny hunting in a beast ball. When I already have I've literally got over 300 boxes of shinies that are not in my shiny living beast ball decks. Shiny's just way down to like near nothing kind of thing. That's the issue.
No.
Well,
Yeah, sweetie.
now well, good news is I
No.
actually did get a female Krogunk. Now I have to decide which Krogunk is evolving to Toxic Krog. Do I have it be the Toxic the Krogunk with the sleepy mark, or the Krogunk with the dawn mark?
Is that by my Chris? No.
Can you say something else?
Zombie being assholes? No.
My headphones started glitching out again, so I had to. I need a new cable, but I haven't been able to buy one yet because I don't know what this brand is.
Hey.
I don't know. Oh, actually, no. I don't know if it's the cable or
In
if
case no one
it's
has said
the
it already,
headphones themselves.
you sweet bean.
Hey. Thank you, Red. Okay. And this?
Did you know? There used to be 6 cardinal directions: north, east, south, dead, west, and true west. However, after the Great Compass Wars of 1687, dead and true west were destroyed and wiped from history. This has been fun falses with Strap.
Thank you, Strap. No.
I didn't let me do that. I meant to do this.
Hey.
Okay, that doesn't matter. Right. So the last thing I'm doing today is I'm going to finish off with another normal sandwich with the mouse. And hope we get the free segmented, the free family of 3 instead of a family of 4. Get up, please. And go.
Okay, any other useful stuff here?
Right.
A single useful thing? Dang it. Okay, double back.
Let's use chorizo. Okay, so
Chorizo.
can I do sour and spicy?
Sugar, spice, and everything nice?
I can't be bothered to do all that stuff.
Lazy.
Well, no, to do what it wanted me to do is just a bit crazy, so I'm just like, I'm going to see what else I can do. Okay, that works. Oh, wait. Already have it done. Boom. Salty. I didn't want to use salty.
Morning to the cute house.
Hey.
Sours
Morning,
and
Benedict.
double horseradish. Yeah, I do think because
Oh,
I
that's
own
not
so
it?
many shinies is the reason why I don't think Legends Arceus was fun.
2.25? What about that?
Oh, look away, Viper. I didn't know you joined the raid.
Yeah, she didn't decline me.
Oh, so good news is, and this is something I don't think really matters too much to the story. Little spoiler, apparently the sparkling sound is returning for Legends EA.
Yay.
Now, I think that's perfectly fine saying. I know that's a leak, but I think that's perfectly fine saying. Because that would be an assumption anyway, right? Because it's a Legends game.
Yeah.
So, which is good, but I really wish it was in other games because some of the shinies, oh boy,
Yeah.
this game's the worst. I think it has all of the bad ones.
It's hard to assume anything with Pokemon. They'll have to. Fair.
What did they say? I can't read the chat, remember.
Pokemon really makes rational choices.
I guess that's true. So, that is true. It does suck, Charger Cadet. The thing is with Charger Cadet, it was so easy for me because of the spawn, how the game spawns things. I was able to make it just basically poop out Pokemon until a shiny spawned. Like, it either had 15 Pokemon spawn or the shiny, and you win.
You get these.
They are right. Pokemon never really does the intelligence. Oh yeah, so that's the thing. When you use an Outbreak, it's better chances for a shiny to spawn, but because other Pokemon can spawn around you, and because it's not constant, it's hard to count the full 15 before you picnic to reset.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Though an Outbreak is better, I'm not even going to deny that. For the odds, it's more the reset problem. What I'm sort of hoping is either one day they will show us that they will actually care and make the shinies noticeable, or they show us a way for the game. Oh, so you don't do this trick?
What, the picnic table?
No, they're trying to do Charge Cadet, and I just zoomed in on my Switch. Which is what I do when I'm doing when I'm doing certain Pokemon. I'll be alright, so no, that's absolutely fair. I absolutely understand that. That trick only really works with your eyes, so it's really good. And you're in a really good location. I use it for Larvitar. Zoom in on Larvitars. When they're pooping out on the wall. From the wall.
Should I put that away for now, or? Just save that for the boss fight, or?
Yeah, using it for Squirtle is good, yeah.
Sorry.
Sadly, this is going to be my last sandwich, and then I'm going to level up the Pokemon I caught today. And then I'm going to put them all in home.
You save that for the boss fight? So you actually have ammo this time? Go back around.
I think this would be that easy to see the difference on the shiny and non-shiny in DLC 1. In the base game, it sucks, but...
Here, so you don't mess up. God damn it!
Did you die?
No? Wait, this is one of these we have? everything respawn and get it back here? Ah! The bite? If they combined the shiny sound from Arceus with the sandwich boost from Scarlet at perfect game hunting? Yay!
Oh, I see. Wait. Xenion, if you ever want, I'm on a server where there's a lot of raids with loads of Herbert drops. I think there's one on right now. I'll quickly check. Unless you can't go online. I do know some people who can't go online, including my other accounts.
Hey, this is Hispanic.
Yeah, I'm on a Discord server that has it.
Better?
Can on average have some. But it does look like, yeah, it looks like the one that was doing it is stopped now. Normally when I see a server with it, I try to join it at least 3 times. But I'm too lazy sometimes and just ignore them. Like yesterday, I could have got, I think, 20 herbs, but I wanted the Eevee. So.
What about the spices? So I start by the I feel like didn't go too terrible. Oh yeah, this part.
Man, I wish I had the budget that some people have on the people I follow on Twitter.
Why?
Once again, I am window shopping for a 2D model.
Yeah.
Month. I can't afford 2K models alone. So preferably anything under that. And I'm like, you can afford like $1,000 thing? I can barely afford her a 50.
Well, neither my model. I don't think all my models together was that much. And I've had
Yeah, but you
custom,
didn't you win some of
4
those?
custom? Yeah.
You won some of those.
Oh shoot. No, I forgot
I
what
want to win competitions, but I want a baseline for them to copy from first.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Because then what I will hopefully do is I'll get one that's more dragon looking and then one that's more elf looking and like have like variances
okay,
of
bye, this
elf.
Hispanic. Well, the small gremlin and the 3D one, the chibi 3D one, the ones I won. My main 2D
See,
model, my 3D model, well, both 3D models, and the small chibi, all ones I paid for. Can't believe I've got some
You do
small
the
chibi.
smart thing, which is you have a baseline for them to copy from. So you get winning a giveaway is awesome.
Get some pictures or just get a bunch of pictures together?
I'm not that. I'm very what's the word I'm for?
Food fast.
I'm very not picky, but like undecisive. That's the word I'm for. So if I don't have a base model for it to be copied from, I probably keep changing it every 20 minutes. Because that's my head for me.
Yee. There she is. Sit.
Has the California fires calmed down recently?
Is that a question or a statement?
It's a question because I don't know. I haven't been able to keep up.
Not in California?
I didn't know if anyone in chat knew the updates. That's all. Because most of my peeps are
Staying away from that dust
Australian.
window? Is that a door? Is it a wall? Okay, I think it's a cabinet.
Apparently, I heard though that a lot of countries are actually helping out, which is very scary.
People working together?
Well, no, it's more that one of the okay, one of the countries that are helping out America
Yeah.
is a company a country who's been at America's throat for years. So it's like you've been at each other's throats for years, and now you're gonna send them aid. Like, I feel like they appreciate the aid, but it's like, why are you doing this? We've been hating each other's a lot.
Okay. System. Just need to run through this without getting hit.
Well, this is so we already got 2 Shiny Tanamances from this. It's just that both of them evolve into 4 families. I don't need a 3 family, but if I get a 3 family, it would be nice. And the reason why is because I already have a 3 family. It's just not caught in the wild, where it's been caught in a den, which is a bit cheaty. Which is actually why I did Tanamancer in the first place, because both of mine were from a den. But we've actually had a lot of good shinies today. We got Shiny Ghastly, which I didn't realise I needed because it was from a den. I got the second female Krogunk, which is nice. We did get Pikachu the Item Finder. Mark. Which, you know, awesome.
Yeah.
Didn't get the other 2 marks yet, but, you know, that will take a while. Especially with one being 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a 1 out of 100, 1% chance of getting it in 10,000 steps. Like, that's a lot of steps.
You can put them back away.
You guys,
Okay,
you know what? I'm
away.
catching you because you look so small. You're not shiny. You're just extremely small.
Small.
Just like Elsie's. But she's also cute and adorable, so, you know.
Bind. Do we combine these 2 herbs? Or leave them out?
I'm not going to keep it if it's not the world's smallest Tandemouse. But you can stay on my team for the time being.
Should they go and do it? No! Guys.
I doubt chat lies. I'm like almost certain chat does not lie. Because they always say you're cute and adorable, so you know. They can't be lying. Yes, Snowbucks. This is going to be sadly my last sandwich of the day.
You reckon? Yeah! Shotgun.
And like I said, Thursday will be Reggie Drago. Yeah. Well, it's more that I normally try to stream for 6 hours.
The thing first.
But I started a little bit late, and I got a hospital appointment at 5:15, and it takes quite a while to get into to hospital because of traffic and that lot. So we have to leave at 4. Luckily, we have to leave at 4, and then my dad's gonna just leave, and then he can go home.
I had my through yesterday. Apparently, I was a bit scratchy. The decision to join friend stream and argue.
So actually, that's something funny. So my parents were gonna have pie today because they forgot that I wasn't eating. So they changed their whole plan, and now they're having stir fry.
Stir fry sounds good.
I don't like stir fry. I don't know why. Their noodles have just never tasted. Noodles when it's in stir fry never taste good. I don't mind noodles when they're in stir fry though. I can't handle them. I can't handle them. But my family like them, and because I'm here eating, they can't really have anything I don't like. 'Cause then they'd have to cook something special for me.
No.
But if I'm not here, then you know.
Hey,
Yeah.
is Steve with you?
I am gonna laugh though, because I bet you almost anything that I probably won't get my appointment until like 5:30.
Steve.
Even though it's a 5:15 thing.
Listen, Claire. You have to get out of here immediately. Can you unlock it from the inside?
No, I can't. Chris, there should be a self-destruct system somewhere. If you activate it, all the electronic locks might be deactivated.
Or just let the boulder puncher punch it open.
Hasn't done a steroid yet?
I swear the only reason why he's that strong is because of something that he, like, when he pulled that insect off of Jill, that infused him somehow with the genes.
God dang it! Let's see. Oh, that was useless.
Also getting a Mark Tandem mouse would be nice, but I doubt we will.
Rock music is sexy. Yee. We're in a much better position.
Did not mean to hit you.
Grab the other one.
Chat, can someone give Elsa a head pat for me?
No.
Yes, she is.
No.
Let me do this. Slash.
Yee.
She's playing,
Good, Veronica.
she's playing a, Code Veronica, there we go.
Resident Evil.
But she is cute. And
No,
adorable snow.
No.
Like, if you look at her model, she is totally cute. I don't know what model she has on right now, but...
Yee. Oh, thank you, Snowbucks.
What has become her normal model, and she's got one of her slimes sitting on her head.
Oh, she's got a slime sitting on her head? Oh, of course she does. Thank you! He agrees with me. Oh, they agree with me, sorry. I don't know if Snowbucks is a male or female, but they agree with me. You are cute. You can't deny it now.
No.
There's actually a clip of her calling herself cute, by the way. It's really hard to get it. If you can find it. She won't admit it ever again.
Never?
But There is a clip out there. I even downloaded the clip off Twitch to make sure it existed. And if I knew if I wasn't gonna get like shut down by YouTube, I'd put it on YouTube.
Put this. But she didn't deny it either.
That needs to be documented for sure. I knew it. It was Mikan. Mikan helped us get it. Mikan made a bet with her and she lost the bet. After like 500 tries.
After 2 months?
Yeah, it took about 2 months. Or 1 million years, depending on who you ask.
This should be our final loadout. We're in much better shape we were last time.
Yay!
Ah!
Did someone just isekai you?
No.
No, they dicked her, and that would be me.
Oh, okay. So you dicked else, is what I'm hearing.
I said the Zen word.
I thought you would have dicked her.
That is the Zen word.
I know. But the Zen word is not as fun as saying you being dick.
I did say I dicked her.
Spot a dick? Did it there? That was being mean.
Because yes, it is more fun to say that.
Thank you, Benedict.
Oh yeah, I'm having Burger King for tea tonight.
Yay.
But I don't know what I'm gonna have.
Whopper, whopper,
what
whopper, whopper, whopper.
Well, here's the
And
funniest
you're
thing
taking a
about
triple whopper. Ah.
here's the funniest thing about Burger King, and it's like the Burger King I'll be going to is legitimately the best one of the best Burger Kings you can have in the UK. Because in the hospital, and because of the strict hospital rules, they have to be extremely balanced and they have to be extremely ready to make any kind of burger. So if I say I'm lactose intolerant, they will damn make sure there is no cheese. And if I say I don't want salad, they will make damn sure there's no salad because they could get sued. By the way, it's actually quite funny. So it's also technically not a Burger King, but it's not a Burger King, but it's franchised as a Burger King. But it's literally just by name. It's not owned by the Burger King brand. But Burger King brand, because if the brand had the shop, they would actually have to close it. Because Burger King would not be, because then you'd have to listen to Burger King, not the hospital. So the hospital owns it, but has the rights to use Burger King as it is also. So Burger King gets like a smaller portion of their sales, basically.
Interesting.
The only reason why I know all this stuff is because my my cousin works there.
Neat.
Well, sorry, she works in the area.
It's still neat.
Okay, that's in a minute, but I'm stuck on
My youngest sister used to also work there, but they shut down the hairdressers she was working in. So, because the hairdressers shut down, she basically got fired. And she lost both her jobs at the same year, which is the worst bit. Her other job was helping my uncle, which we all technically lost, but it's quite funny because... So, on the last year, they were not barely able to make ends meet. But part of the reason was me, in a weird way. Because half my job... Because my job was very, like, do half of it and then, like, watch the girls to make sure they're not alone.
Yeah.
They were basically paying me to be a bodyguard for the girls. which the girls didn't mind, but they were really losing money on it. Thing is, if they had just said, look,
Let's get out of here.
we're low on money, can you just be a bodyguard for your sisters? I'd have gone, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays? Sure. Right? Like,
Yeah.
I would gladly be their bodyguards on days I'm not streaming.
Yeah.
But, and not be paid for it, because all I'm doing is sitting down. I don't want to get paid for just sitting down. They're at least actually counting, doing maths and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they were so scared to ask for my help, they didn't even ask my help to dump the last flowers that never got sold.
Got it.
You know, something I would have understood, just a quick bin, get it over and done with. Would have taken less than an hour. But nope, didn't ask for my help. On the one hand, I understand they want me to be paid. On the other hand, I understand that things can be tight.
Yeah.
I just read what you actually were saying. Well, it's not that. They have to basically be prepared, Snowbucks, for any allergens. They actually know what goes into the burger. Like, they know what goes into the burger. They know all the ingredients that they need to dodge. They even have non-sesame seed buns, which, if you go to any Burger King, I'm pretty sure all of them would have. But none of them would have sesame seed free buns. But they physically have to by law. Luckily, they don't have to bring in too many of them.
It's probably, yeah, it's probably cute, hey?
Yeah, Snowbucks. I try my best to. I join Elsa's calls when I feel like she needs. When I feel like I'm always scared to join in. I'll be truthful. She knows this. She knows this. I'm always scared to join them when I'm streaming because even though she moans at me when I don't join, as you can hear. Are you being bullied by zombies?
No. You.
Oh, okay. By me? I'm bullying you. Shut up! How am I bullying her?
Did I just give it spikes? An acid?
Actually, I want to say this. I'm not going to mention who, but someone made me blush a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
It was on the 17th. Not 17th. I sent her on the 13th. I had a headache. It was just a simple headache, and her reply to it was, "Are you feeling okay, love?" Now, I want to emphasize this. She has never said the word love to me, ever. She never says it on Twitch. She's very say-so. She's very... I say, not like... She's very new. Does that make sense?
Listen.
So I was just like...
Hey, kitty cat? Hi, kitty Tama.
Why did she call me love? Like, I know I've helped with a lot of things, so I had to double check she wasn't meaning more, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because getting called love halfway, like, not halfway, but like, getting called love randomly is nice, but at the same time, you gotta pretend that it isn't about emotions and such. Especially when it's a streamer-on-streamer conversation.
I once had to explain to a person, no, I'm not saying you're sweet. I'm saying, I just say, like, my default. My default for most people is sweetie or hun.
And that's fine. I know that. But this is legitimately the first time she's called me the word love. Like, and it's not like she...
Yeah, no, I understand getting clarification. I'm just saying that, like, yeah, I've had to explain that too, so, like, it's not a you thing.
Well, it also didn't help, I'm not gonna mention. Obviously, I don't want to mention her name, so I don't want people. But like, I've had to like cheer her up and also help her get out of things that I'm not gonna say on Twitch. As a friend, I want to point out, as a friend,
Yeah.
I wanted to make clear to her that no, that's not normal.
You made it.
Of course.
I think she did actually. No, I can say one thing. After the situation that I'm not allowed to say happened, her grandfather then passed away.
Aww.
So I comforted her then, and then I comforted her after she got kicked out of her house for a reason that wasn't even hers. It was her sister's fault.
Did you know that?
So. Right, I'm gonna reset, so I don't want to waste. I'm gonna.
Got him stuck on stupid stuff over here.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to mention too much because she hasn't told her viewers. She's very private with her life, and like I understand that. Like, I understand why she hasn't been streaming, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell her viewers that. I know why, but I'm not going to tell her viewers that. If she doesn't want to tell them, then that's all up to her.
Can you focus? Shake your head. Yeah, I'm gonna use this. Use the fire. This so she switches.
You know that saying 2 steps forward, 1 step back?
Yeah.
That's happened to me for the last 3 streams now. Because last stream, so the last 4 streams, I've gained 2 followers, then randomly lost a follower.
Aww.
I don't mind losing it, it's just really funny to me to see go plus, plus, minus, plus, plus, minus, plus, plus, minus. Now, one of them used to be on, I believe, one of the people that have unfollowed me has left my Discord server and then deleted her Discord server account. So I'm unsure if she just left the internet.
Can you rock that? Yeah.
But right.
Answer didn't kill the dragonfly. Yay. Fanatic.
Wow.
Karma's a bitch. Oh, please no, please no, please no, please no.
Please let us be done.
I'm going to
This
do a
game,
quick
like,
save.
I know I say this a lot about these games, but this game refuses to end.
This one, definitely. It's been way too long.
It doesn't help that we have to keep going back to
Going
fucking...
someone with the edge up you, Rocket Roger. I mean, true, that is the ML for the game. Or for the series. Oh god, the controls are inverted.
Oh, fuck. I hate inverted controls. Like, is it all the controls or is it just up and
Just
down?
the up and down.
That sucks.
Yes!
Oh,
Do you
did
like
you do it?
Yamper? Else?
Huh?
There's a Yamper mug being sold.
Oh.
I'll send you. I found it. I just saw it on Pokevolts. I'll send you it.
Hey.
Pokevolts give me an email every so often about here's what's new in our store.
God damn it, Wesker!
Where? No!
It seems like there's only one, so if you want it, you got to go fast. There's also a Fargo that looks like it's sitting on someone's lap, resting. And there's also a food bowl with Yamper in it. There's a lot of Yamper stuff.
Well done, Chris.
There's also.
It turns out
Okay.
that Alexia's work wasn't
This
worth
is so weird. Why
So
choose now
the
those 3
only one
Pokemon
left
specifically?
is
They've
really-
chosen Lapras,
Let her go,
Clefairy
Wesker.
and
You
Pikachu
don't want her.
as
Fine.
mascots for this new
Claire.
nighttime features.
Huh.
Today's
You
a
go to
good
gas
day.
leaves, 'cause this
I
gas
came
leaf
for
can go
Alexia,
bye-bye.
but killing
And
you
then
is even
this gas leaf
better.
goes.
Sorry to
This gas
disappoint
leaf's
you,
junk.
but Alexia is gone.
That's no longer a concern to me. I have Steve to work with.
God damn it!
Steve.
Even if death your disappointment, Steve.
The Alexia virus. Steve should be a good specimen.
Honestly.
Maybe he'll come back alive, just as I did, and be able to see your sister again.
You freak.
Don't you touch him!
I'm sorry, dear heart, but my men have already taken him.
You get out of here, Claire.
But what about?
As a surviving member of STARS, I have to finish this.
So that's done.
Remember your promise.
Let's put his vibrola in the right location because I accidentally put it in the wrong location.
Got to go to fight Wesker now.
I'll
So
end
sweet
this
how
once and
doing
for all.
now.
Say hello to my comrades who you've killed.
I don't know where you get your confidence, Chris.
Do we seriously have to do yet another final battle?
How many final battles are there supposed to fucking be?
Normally one with the Titan and then he resurrects and you can shoot him with a rocket launcher. We far exceeded that.
Say, you bitch-ass motherfucker, just let us end the game!
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Who just asked the
The
missile?
self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
This is Wesker.
Sure, I'm not human anymore. But just look at the power I've gained.
I don't
You
play
can
Pokemon
tap that
Go
with your
very
lips.
well. I think I play Pokemon Go. Snowbucks.
Sure you can.
Magnificent, don't you think?
It'd be more magnificent if you would stay dead.
Yay.
And
Bonk. God
they're not Smash games.
damn it.
I don't like Pokemon Go. The only time I'll play Pokemon Go is if they make Pokeballs shiny. I believe that's how you pronounce it, but I could be wrong.
Nice try.
Wesker.
Wesker, do us all a favor. Die!
Today's your lucky day. Next time
Oh no.
we meet,
A
don't
slight fire, my one weakness.
Next time.
until we meet again.
Sequel baby.
No! Just put a bullet in his head! Blow off his head, I don't care!
You still got plenty of bullets?
You're trying to find a simple solution to a complicated game.
True.
You're asking for too much now,
It's not even that. It's just like, can we not deal with this fucker anymore? Can we get a different bad guy, please?
That's good to fight. Yeah. I mean, technically, yes, we want him to live thematically. He goes off and kills a lot of Umbrella Corporation after this. Yeah.
Chris!
Yeah, but couldn't you have killed him just in case?
You know that I
Probably.
always keep my promises.
Did you ask him to jet?
Don't just stand there. Continue escaping.
Chris, promise me. Please
That'd be
promise
too
that you won't leave me
easy,
alone
though.
again.
I'm sorry, Claire,
If she
but it's not
escaped,
over yet.
like, come
There's
on.
still something we've got to do.
She's gonna make it hard for him,
Yeah,
right?
it's payback
What do you
time.
mean there's still something you have to do?
Now.
Drop a missile on the stupid tower thingy on the mansion. Oh, by the way, 5 teams, 5 lost, family, nice. God damn it! And we'll never figure that out until 5 games later? 6? It's literally all these characters get sidelined.
Did we finish it? Are we done?
No, you're not done. You got the credits to go.
Okay. We have 2 more spin-offs. One we can technically skip the video.
Okay.
We have the 3rd Survivor game, which will be the last one on the PS2. Then we go into RE0, which is a prequel that deals with Rebecca Chambers from the first game.
Okay.
And she does technically have DLC. So we can buy stupid outfits for her if we want.
Fabulous. I'm done with this
Yeah.
particular game. And I'm making sure that this game is just done.
I never want to hear Steve again.
Thankfully, he's just forgotten after this game.
Hopefully. I've never played 5 or 6, so I'm not sure if it's entirely.
Well, I know he's not in 7 or 8, so...
Yeah, he's not in 4 and 0. So 5. There's 2 Outbreak games, then there's 2 other games. You know, like, Steve has been a pain in the ass the entire game. No, we do not like Steve.
No, we were cheering for his death.
Wesker's featured in RE7 as a gun.
Cheering for someone's death? How dare you?
Have you never watched a horror movie and gone, please just die?
No, I have. Oh my god. Oh god.
Hmm.
What's his name? Not Trump. Musk has accidentally recreated something.
Hmm.
He was trying to make a gesture, but the gesture felt very weird because of how we did it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks
Yeah. We
really
hate
bad.
Steve. We do not hate you, Steven. Big difference.
Suki, I'm about to I'm moving Pokemon around on home so I don't accidentally want to trade any of my shiny Beastball mons. And then we'll be finishing. I don't know who else you're aiming for. Or you're not finishing yet.
We're currently watching this.
Are you watching the cutscene?
Yeah, we're watching the credits. And then we're gonna... I have a 30-minute little video, so you don't have to play the Game Boy game.
Oh,
Oh,
you
thank
just
fuck.
watch the Game Boy games.
Yeah. And then we'll decide if we want to start the next game or not.
Are you sure you will, or are you sure you won't?
I'm not sure. I guess it's how Rain's work goes, I guess.
I mean, I know I have to make a call at some point, but like, I'm okay for the time being.
Okay. Hey, Cryptic Kid!
Then I know who exactly I'm raiding. I am raiding this cutie petite ice in my followers.
You should probably... What's it that? Hey,
This
Suki!
cutie petite.
Suki X Masuna? I may or may not probably should make a coffee before we do the next part. Because it's finally warmed up. It's literally tripled in temperature. It's 3 degrees outside.
Nice!
There's the cuties raid.
Thank you,
It's
Tama.
4 degrees here.
Right. I'll speak to you guys later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye,
Keep
Tama. Shout out. Give the Tama some more. Oh, I should probably turn off the second monitor now.
Probably. Just a little.
Presented by Capcom and forgotten by them as well. Do we need a save or? Fuck you too. Give me a freaking E-ring. Yes, we got lost several times. Battle game? Okay. Turn this off. Okay. Let me get some coffee made real fast and then we'll start the next part. Baby.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, I'm back. Hey, Isabel. When the bed will stay here. I should still have it. Here.
Nintendo's original Game Boy.
This? What's your name now? I'm sorry. Get the stream. Do that. So the ring can watch. Are you here? Yeah, let me cook green real fast. Does Nora start if she's not here yet? Squeaky, squeaky. Thank you, Starbucks. Wait for the rain. The rain is coming. Sorry, we're gonna have to get make some coffee and stuff before we start this part. So far, Code Veronica is definitely the most pain in the butt one. I believe it's the only game that we constantly did not have either heals or supplies or ammo. And the stupid respawning enemies did not help. Also got me an orange. Oh. I only played RE4. It was very stressful. I vaguely remember playing that when I was younger. It was okay. It was a very different Resident Evil experience. And that still is in our future. We are currently playing all the Resident Evil games in order. So we've done 1 through 3, Survivor, and then Code Veronica. So this is... People know. I don't even think this game, the Game Boy game's canon or not. I guess we're gonna find out. Oh. After this, we have one last game. Well, technically 2 games in the PS2 era. RE6 isn't canon if you're still gonna play them. What, did they already? Or did 7 and 8 completely uncanon it? I don't know. I remember no one liking 6. Just that bad that the community is already forced to move. Yay. Oh. What about the CGI movies? Are they technically canon? Or are they just fun little side things? Waiting on the rain, waiting on the rain. Ow. just gonna eat my orange. Sip my coffee. Be a nuisance. Not sure if she went to the bathroom or not. Or if she had to do something with her work. Oh. Hey, Keith. Spider-Man? Nice. That has so far been the only Digimon game I've ever rage quit. I do have to see. I definitely gotta go back and play that one these days. After the fourth child death, we kind of see a pattern. Boop. Hey. Still Mama? True. They do give you a, give you like a free one to start.
Hello.
Yay!
Sorry, I work call. Just, it was a, oh hey, this is the perfect time to do it.
True. What did you see? Nice. Well, remember they give you a Geo model to start? Okay. Can you see the video or the screen?
Yep, I see it.
Okay.
You're good.
Nintendo's original Game Boy from 1989 was pretty revolutionary to say the least, and was a massive hit, bringing beloved franchises to the handheld market as well as fresh new ideas. The one major problem with the original Game Boy is that it was dark and monochrome, only being able to show greens, grays, and blacks on top of having a very dimly lit screen. 9 years later, in 1998, the Game Boy Color stormed onto the scene with better graphics, much more memory storage, and finally added color to this type of gaming. It was a pretty big hit, and combined with the original Game Boy, they are the 4th best-selling game systems of all time. Some series had brand new games here, like The Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Ages and Seasons, and the monster success of Pokemon's Gen 2 games, Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Other games were ports or alternate versions of existing games like Donkey Kong Country, Mario Golf, and Mario Tennis, and there were also a number of game series that got their own Game Boy Color releases that acted as sort of simplified variants of their home console releases that were kind of a hybrid of a port and a new game entirely. They weren't necessarily meant to replace their higher quality counterparts, but act as quick and accessible on-the-go versions. One of which I talk about in my James Bond retrospective series, The World Is Not Enough. And I specifically remember going to Blockbuster back then to check out the GBC version of Perfect Dark, since I was a huge fan of the N64 game. But Capcom actually had plans for their own handheld version of a Resident Evil game, a re-release of the original Resident Evil, all set to go for the GBC. However, there were a lot of programming issues though, and this idea was ultimately cancelled in March of 2000. So by this point, the series was kind of in a strange position. Resident Evil games were mostly bringing in the sales, but 2000 and 2001 were kind of at a low point for the series thus far, but were huge turning point years for gaming in general. Sony had the PlayStation 2 that absolutely demolished the competition, Nintendo was gearing up to have the GameCube take over for the Nintendo 64, Sega had the Dreamcast that ultimately ended their time with making consoles, and Microsoft was all set to enter the arena with their release of the Xbox in late 2001. It was probably difficult for developers to plan out games because, with certain issues, games can take a bit longer to make and the systems they were originally intended for would then be outdated. This was the case with Resident Evil 0 being planned for the Nintendo 64 with a late 2000 release date, but that ended up switching over to the GameCube after Nintendo announced this new system. And throughout the rest of 2001, Code Veronica ended up getting a re-release under the name Code Veronica X to end its failing Dreamcast exclusivity and be on the PS2. And then the most recent release was a port of the arcade game Gun Survivor 2 Code Veronica that I talked about last time for the PlayStation 2 that never made its way to the North American market. So, what next? Well, Capcom wanted to revisit the idea of having a Resident Evil game for a handheld system, even though the idea for RE1 never came to fruition. Capcom had originally hired small British developer M4 Limited to work on a Game Boy Color port of Dino Crisis. M4 only had a few games to their name, including Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000 and Mary-Kate and Ashley Winner's Circle. But M4 was having a bit of difficulty working on the port of Dino Crisis, ultimately stating that having the game for the Game Boy Color simply would not work or be any good. Capcom instead had them shift their focus to work on a completely new Resident Evil game and scrap the Dino Crisis idea. But here's the thing, the Game Boy Color was close to 3 years old at this point in time, and its successor had just been released in Japan in March of 2001, the Game Boy Advance, a similar situation that I just talked about with RE0. Apparently, M4 tried to get production shifted for this next game to be for the Game Boy Advance, but Capcom didn't want to spend even more money on this with the game being so late into production. It seems a lot of time was wasted on that Dino Crisis idea. And so, in May of 2001, Resident Evil Gaiden was officially announced for the Game Boy Color, an outdated system in Japan and a soon-to-be outdated system in North America and Europe 1 month later. The project was actually somewhat overseen by Shinji Mikami himself, and director of Code Veronica was brought in to write the story, Hiroki Kato. Originally, only a European version was announced, as it was being co-published by European publisher Virgin Interactive, and it was unclear as to whether or not North America was going to be getting the game at all, a similar situation to Survivor 2. So all the way at the end of the year, Resident Evil Gaiden was officially released for the Game Boy Color on December 14th, 2001, but only in Europe. It would be over 3 months later when it saw its Japanese release in March 2002, and then not even until June of 2002 in North America. By that point, for Japan and North America, the next series release was already out, a remake of Resident Evil 1 for the GameCube, which will be the next episode. But for now, let's check out what this little outdated game was as we look at the box art, the manual, and the game itself. I have personally beaten this game twice, but it is one of the few in the series that I do not actually own a physical copy of. So first of all, the title, Resident Evil Gaiden. I grew up with my brother being really into the Ninja Gaiden games on the NES, but I always assumed the term Gaiden meant something for that title alone. So it was weird later in life to see the term Gaiden paired with Resident Evil. But Gaiden essentially means side story. So with that knowledge, the story they came up with here is not meant to be connected to the overall established story of RE1 to Code Veronica. For the European cover, we simply get a red and white life ring hanging on what looks like the side of a ship that has been splattered with blood, and the name Starlight is written on it. That's pretty much it. It's super simple, but tells you that it will have something to do with a boat. For Biohazard Gaiden in Japan, it's the same cover, just with Gaiden in white instead of gray. But the North American cover is way different.
I remember seeing that
we
box
get an
somewhere.
anime-style drawing of our old friend Leon S. Kennedy in full RPD uniform and body armor, over a red background, and a raccoon police officer badge faded in the back. Judging off of this cover alone, you would think this game would be a side story of Leon back at the RPD. Absolutely no hint at it being on a boat or having any nautical theme. So let's see what we get in the old instruction booklet. The horror looms. In an effort to stop the global operation of the evil corporate entity, Umbrella, an underground organization consisting of STARS members and ex-Umbrella employees was formed. Now, at the clandestine hideout of the underground organization, Barry Burton and an unidentified woman are discussing the mission.
Barry!
Leon on the cover and Barry Burton back in action? Oh, heck yeah. A new type of bioorganic weapon, BOW, developed at Umbrella Labs, has escaped and is believed to be on board the luxury cruise ship Starlight. The ship is currently crossing the Atlantic heading for Europe. Leon S. Kennedy was sent to eliminate the BOW. His last report confirmed that he had boarded the Starlight. He has not been heard from since his last communique. Barry can't believe that Leon simply disappeared. He is one of their best STARS recruits. The feedback from base was sketchy at best, but it seemed that Kennedy had made his last contact with HQ shortly after boarding the cruiser, which has since been reported drifting aimlessly in the Atlantic like a ghost ship. Barry suddenly remembered a poem he learned as a child, which now echoed in his mind. I loathe the ocean and the secrets it holds, forever deep, dark, and cold. For some reason, the words sent a chill down Barry's spine. Had the horrors of Raccoon City surfaced again? It's a pretty awesome choice to finally have Barry back. In the canonical ending of RE3, he was last seen rescuing Jill seconds before Raccoon City was completely blown away. But aside from that, he has only appeared in the original Resident Evil. And same for Leon only being in RE2, but as we just learned, he has gone missing. It's an intriguing setup and a return to some classic characters. And we get some character descriptions here. Leon was a rookie cop when he started out on his first assignment in Raccoon City. He is now a veteran and one of the most highly skilled recruits of the underground organization. He is idealistic and deeply wants to protect and serve, but he has experienced at first hand the harsh truth of reality. At first glance, he may look naive, but he has been known to be aggressive and even arrogant when necessary. Leon is highly qualified in his line of work, and a good sense of humor makes him popular with his colleagues. Wow, so Leon has become an aggressive and arrogant, highly skilled veteran and has developed a strong sense of humor. That's a big change from the last time we saw him. Barry is a former SWAT team member with more than 16 years of experience. He is regarded as one of STAR's most exceptional members. He is a highly skilled weapons expert and supplies and maintains weapons for the underground organization. Barry is very much a family man with strong values. Past experiences have made him wary of others. Yeah, I'll say, RE1 was all about Wesker blackmailing him and threatening his family. But it's good to see him back. I love Barry. Did I mention our cat is named Barry? And we get a look at a new character here too. Little is known about Lucia, except that she is an orphan child who was adopted approximately 2 years ago. Lucia was picked on by other kids because she was different. Things had gotten so bad that her foster parents decided to send her to live with relatives in Europe. The first available passage was on the Starlight. Uh-oh, we have a bullied orphan child in danger. Time to let my boys handle this one. So that's where we are for setup here. Let's get into the game.
Bum, bum, ba, 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 ba. America Beacon. Bum, 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 ba, bum, 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 bum. If you look until the best escape, the pleased to be pastured with the computer starlight. Oh, don't tell me that the girl is actually the weapon. Lost contact with him. Lost report more than 24 hours ago. The weapon. Like the helicopters, the satellite, crossing the Atlantic.
Well, alright, we now know we are officially playing as Barry, and we're flying onto the Starlight via helicopter to find Leon and eliminate the BOW. And I will never get tired of these games always referring to him as Leon S. Kennedy. Barry and Leon are friends and colleagues, but Barry must be told by the chief that Leon S. Kennedy of Raccoon City Police Department was tracking the BOW. Good stuff. So then HQ tells you from your PDA that you are on side deck 2F and you must make your way west to the lobby. And so the gameplay begins. As this is obviously a Game Boy Color game, the graphics are going to be what you make of them. GBC games are very pixelated by nature, and that's part of what gives these games their charm. Some of these games look great in this style with the colors that really pop and show off their excellent pixel art. So I was originally curious to see how they handle survival horror here. We get pixelized images of faces in the cutscenes, and I mean, I can mostly tell that it's supposed to be Barry. A gruff, red-haired, bearded guy. Yeah, that's Barry. But in regards to the style of gameplay they chose here, they stuck with the third-person approach, but it kinda has a top-down angle where you can walk in 8 directions, and the screen scrolls horizontally or vertically. Barry himself is somewhat small on the screen, so he's mostly made up of a generic faceless person in gray clothes. I mean, his face is literally 3 white pixels. But it's okay for what they were going for here. So you move across the deck heading west, grab some handgun bullets, then some yellow herbs, well that's different, until you reach a door. HQ chimes in to tell you that there are hostiles behind the door, and then explains how combat works. So you go through the doors and... what in the name of... what has happened to these people? They're not human anymore.
Not shit.
Oh, Barry. He must have forgotten all about that minor inconvenience in his life of the Spencer Mansion incident and Raccoon City being taken over and blown away. Oh, but that's right. This is a Gaiden game. And then you get to experience this very unique method of combat here. You can aim your reticle at the zombie, which will then bring you into a first-person perspective. Enemies can also run into you, in which they will be right in your face for combat. Depending on how far you were from the enemy, they will slowly approach you on the first-person screen, and if there were others nearby, they will each have their own hitbox. The closer they get, the more damage you'll take over time. In the middle, a slider will constantly move from left to right and back at a fairly quick speed. You want to press A to fire when the slider is exactly over the darkest block to deal more damage to the zombies. Pressing it on the white part just outside of it will deal some damage, and outside of that will be a miss. The closer they are, the bigger the hitbox is, but the risk of being hit is also higher. It's all about timing your presses rather than accurate aiming, and I gotta say, I can't even name another game that has shooting mechanics like this, but I'm sure some exist. It can absolutely be a bit jarring at first, especially for Resident Evil fans, and I can see it really not working for some people. But it's certainly a different approach and takes some getting used to, especially if you're feeling the pressure of an incoming zombie. And I think the zombies look okay for what they were going for here. They're all green in tattered white bloodstained clothing, but seeing their black eyes approach you in the dark along with the moan sound effects can be a little effective. The combat screen also shows your health and ammo count as well. But also for a first in the series, enemies can drop loot. After you take down a zombie, you can search its pockets for herbs or bullets or whatever. Heading west, HQ tells you to make your way to the security room on the 4th floor through the elevator to see if you can find Leon on the cameras. So you get to explore some more hallways of the ship, and I actually kind of like the effect of some zombies hiding in the dark. What I don't really love here though is the music. It's just a little too chippy, I don't know. I think little to no music would have been so much more effective if they were trying to go for scary. I'm not really a fan of the repetitive battle theme either. A designated fast-paced battle theme makes it feel more like Final Fantasy or something, and for me, it gets grating pretty quick. Again, if they stuck to a focus on the moans of the zombies in the distance, it would come across as more unsettling. I know every Resident Evil game has had music up to this point, but for a Game Boy Color game, I say less is more here. But killing one specific zombie grants you a key to the elevators to make your way to the 4th floor. Going up through the elevator, you're on the outside deck, and it is in absolute tatters. Broken floors into blackness everywhere. But the security room is close by. Will Leon in fact be alive? I guess you'll have to play the game to find out, because that's pretty much the first part of the game. But also, like, he's on the cover and given a detailed description in the manual, so you can assume he's okay. But aside from the very different style of combat, there's some returning elements that we all know and love from the past. You're still exploring creepy areas, looking for items to have in your inventory. There's the handgun, shotgun, knife, grenade launcher, etc. Different types of herbs and all of that. But one new thing here is the smart icon system. On occasion you'll see little icons in the bottom right. One signifies if a door is open or locked, green exclamation marks let you know there's an item nearby, a red one tells you there's an item on an enemy nearby, A purple skull means you're about to deal with multiple enemies, and a red skull means you have been poisoned. Given how little space you have if you're indeed playing on a tiny GBC screen, this icon system helps you to orient yourself a little more. And as far as herbs go, there are actually 5 different colored ones here as opposed to the standard green, red, and blue. This time, green pretty much works the same. It heals a small amount of damage. But yellow heals a little more, and red heals a lot rather than the need to combine them. Blue heals poison per usual, but purple heals poison and your health. Purple is the top herb here. And well, those are pretty much the basics of the game. It's definitely a different approach to the series, and it's something to check out if you need a break from the classic style. Me personally, I think the game is fine. I don't love it, I don't hate it. I already stated that I think the atmosphere could have been handled better, and that's mostly on the music. Also, that combat system will not be for everyone, and while I appreciate what they were trying for, it's absolutely not my favorite. Relying only on timing presses from that sliding bar over and over and over kind of makes it feel like a minigame from Mario Party or something, rather than a shooting mechanic. That combined with the battle theme gets old real quick, and combat is a huge part of the game. But your experience will certainly be more enjoyable if you get better with the timing. If you don't, you're going to have a real frustrating time here. I wouldn't put this game anywhere near a top list or anything, but I think it can still be worth checking out. It actually can be pretty fun exploring and finding items and keys to help progress through the cruise ship and seeing where the story goes. Speaking of, yeah, they finally got their game with a zombie-infested spooky cruise ship that they planned way back for RE3. Certainly this will be the only time this series takes place on a cruise ship. Sales-wise, I couldn't really find much about it. All I do know is that it did not crack the 1 million sales list for best-selling Game Boy Color games, so I'm guessing it probably sold a little better than Survivor 2 did? It had to have, right? Maybe? But well, reception-wise, this game didn't blow anybody away by any means, and it got mostly low to mediocre reviews, with IGN going as low as a 4 out of 10. It also just came out at a pretty unfortunate time too. Like I said, the Game Boy Advance was already out, and by the time this game came out in Japan and North America, the remake of Resident Evil 1 was just out in the GameCube, and not to get too ahead of myself there, but that's kind of a legendary release. I don't see too many people back then going for this weird Game Boy Color spin-off game instead, unless all you have is a Game Boy Color and not a GameCube or something. I wouldn't say it's a forgotten gem or anything, but I also don't think it's nearly as bad as a 4 out of 10. In hindsight, it's just a strange and mostly forgotten release for the series, and Resident Evil as a whole was in a lackluster situation lately. They started off with the absolute bangers of RE1, 2, and 3, all selling incredibly well, and then went on to Survivor, which was poorly received, Code Veronica, which was originally only on a failing system, and then a sequel to Survivor, which is considered to be among the worst in the entire series. And now this outdated, forgotten, and mostly disliked Game Boy Color game at a time when nobody really wanted it. Capcom needed to get back to their heyday of the first 3 games, and it was about time to go all out. Join me next time as we head back to the beginning to do it all over again.
They didn't tell us a story. Aww. Okay, so we might play that after we get the other ones done. Okay, let me turn this off. See if I can find this video on Survivor.
Horror in video games has
Stop
had
talking.
quite...
Hate when it auto plays. Anyone still out there?
With the turn of the new millennium, the Resident Evil series had 2 game releases in the year 2000, both being considered to be side projects from the main series, yet they were extremely different from each other in almost every way. Survivor was a poorly received first-person shooter on the PlayStation with completely new characters in a new setting, and Code Veronica was a critically acclaimed return to the third-person classic style, with the returning characters of Claire and Chris Redfield, and was originally only on the Dreamcast. The only similarities I can think of is that both games take place on an isolated island, both have zombies that you shoot, and both have a main character who claims to be Leon's friend. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that arc.
That's right. At the request of my friend, Leon S. Kennedy, I came here to investigate. Oh, yes.
You want to like Survivor?
I remember everything.
So Capcom's next decision was to do what? Combine both of these games into one idea, but not originally for a home console. But there was actually another release that happened in late 2000. November 2000 saw the release of the first Resident Evil film. Well, kinda. Capcom collaborated with Visual Science Laboratory to create a 20-minute film completely animated in 4D. The short film, entitled Biohazard 4D Executor, was written by Daisuke Okamoto and directed by Koichi Owada, and is a non-canonical story about UBCS soldiers being sent to Raccoon City in order to find a scientist named Dr. Cameron, who is conducting research on a new virus. At just under 20 minutes long, it is sort of considered to be like a theme park attraction, as it is still shown in Japan in small theaters, complete with a 4D experience, meaning you can view the film while sitting in chairs that shake and blow air at you at certain parts. It is known for having strong graphic violence, so if you manage to experience it this way, it can be a thrilling experience. I say this, but I for sure have never experienced it this way, although I did watch it online a number of years back. Obviously without the shaking chair, unless I did that myself. But it's cool to see that this was an early all-CGI film, and it was the first real Resident Evil adaptation to a screen. But watching it on a little computer screen or on your phone or something, yeah, it's a much less memorable experience. So going back to Resident Evil 3's development, there were still plans to release a prequel game called Resident Evil 0 for the Nintendo 64, with the intent to have it be released in late 2000. However, in a somewhat similar situation with RE3 and Sony suddenly announcing the PlayStation 2, Nintendo announced in August of 2000 that the successor to the Nintendo 64 would see its release, the Nintendo GameCube. As Capcom was having difficulties with storage on the soon-to-be outdated N64 cartridges, and not really being pleased with how RE0's development was going, the release was to be delayed and readjusted to eventually be a GameCube release instead. Another game went into development to be the series' first handheld release, as this game was announced in May of 2001 under the name Resident Evil Gaiden. But with Code Veronica X seeing its release on the new PlayStation 2 throughout 2001, the series finally had a release on Sony's hyped-up system. The PlayStation 2 was released in March of 2000 in Japan, late October of 2000 in North America, and then in November 2000 in Europe and Australia. 2001 had a few notable survival horror game releases for the PlayStation 2, like Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare, the fourth game in a series that was a catalyst for Resident Evil reaching the success that it did. The Fatal Frame series kicked off at the end of 2001, which is a pretty beloved Japanese horror series where you use a camera to capture ghosts. But the big release in 2001 is what many consider to be the pinnacle of survival horror games, Silent Hill 2. It was a shock to me to see that Silent Hill 2 actually sold less than Code Veronica X did on the PS2, as it had such a widespread appreciation and all, while also considering that Code Veronica had been out for over a year before CVX was. Resident Evil was still the king of the genre in terms of sales, although it hadn't been quite as strong as it was in the mid to late 90s. Many consider Silent Hill 2 to be a game changer for survival horror, as it really told a deep and disturbing story, all while being genuinely terrifying at times. I talk about that a bit more in my personal Silent Hill retrospective video too. But before releasing the next game on the PlayStation 2, Capcom struck a deal with arcade company Namco to create a light gun arcade game. In keeping with the recent tie-in of the new Code Veronica releases, this arcade game was given the title Gun Survivor 2 Biohazard Code Veronica. This arcade system stayed exclusive to Japan though and made its way into arcades in July of 2001. But of course, the reason to bring this up is because this game was also eventually ported to the PlayStation 2, but only in Japan and Europe, with new director Tomoshi Sadamoto at the helm. It saw its release in Japan on November 8th, 2001, and in Europe on March 22nd, 2002. At first glance, this release may be a bit confusing, as it is literally combining the titles of the series' last 2 releases, but it makes sense if you knew that it was originally for the arcades. It clearly looks to be a sequel to Survivor with the name Gun Survivor 2,
But is it a sequel
also
to Veronica?
Code
Or is
Veronica.
it just a reboot of it?
Is this a reimagining of the
Yeah.
Code Veronica story? Is it taking the characters from Survivor, like Ark Thompson, and putting him on Rockford Island during the events of Code Veronica? Is this a sequel to Code Veronica?
What is going on?
Well, if you were to have seen the arcade machine existing
I know
back
there's
then,
also
Claire
the,
Redfield is
Silent
absolutely
Hill
on the
arcade.
label, so it's safe to assume that we
What
won't be
friends
hearing
are
from
gonna-
Ark Thompson's mother anytime soon.
It's me, your mother.
I own the first 2.
So let's see what this thing is all
Friends are
about,
games. I
because
just
to
suck
be
at
honest with
playing
you,
it.
I have never played this game to this day. So this will actually be me checking out the
don't have
game
the
cover,
third
the
one.
manual, and the game
Have you
itself
seen
for
it
the
for
first
PS3?
time. But first, real quick, I think it's about time to discuss the endings of both Survivor and Code Veronica to help give some context here. So, spoilers ahead for those games. In Resident Evil Survivor, you play as a protagonist suffering from amnesia, and he is unsure of who he is or why he's there, or if he's the good guy or the villain. By the end, he learns that he is Ark Thompson, and he was sent to Sheena Island to infiltrate an Umbrella facility to help take them down while posing as the leader of the facility, Vincent Goldman. After a tyrant kills the real Vincent, Ark successfully takes down the tyrant and escapes the island along with 2 children that were there, Lot and Lily. It's a very short game with little to no future relevance to the series, but I felt it was important to mention because this next game is considered to be Survivor 2. In Code Veronica, Claire Redfield gets captured by Umbrella while looking for her brother Chris. She ends up on Rockford Island, a prison and military facility that recently experienced a T-virus outbreak. After teaming up with another prisoner, 17-year-old Steve Burnside, Claire and Steve escape the island after a skirmish with the island's commander, Alfred Ashford, who also poses as his sister, Alexia. But Claire and Steve are redirected to another base in Antarctica. Meanwhile, Chris Redfield arrives at Rockford Island to rescue Claire, where he learns that Albert Wesker is indeed still alive, now possessing superhuman power. Chris makes his way to Antarctica, Steve gets captured and mutates from the T. Veronica virus before his death. Wesker escapes, and Chris manages to take down Alexia, who had mutated into a giant dragonfly. The Redfield siblings escape the base. So how do these 2 stories merge into one game? Let's check it out. The Japanese cover is pretty interesting to me, as the primary character featured in the middle is Steve and not Claire. Taking up most of the foreground is him holding one of the golden Lugers that you find in that game. Off to the left is a smaller image of Claire, and to the right is a tyrant. It's actually a pretty nice looking cover, although it doesn't really clarify what this game exactly is. In the bottom right corner, it does show the GunCon 2 logo though, so that's made pretty clear that it uses that. But oh god, the European cover. I'm just going to say it. This is one of the absolute worst game covers in the whole series. It might even be last, but there's another cover that I also hate. I guess this is supposed to be a close-up of a zombie or one of the Bandersnatches or something, but it's just an ugly blurred image of an unpleasant-looking tannish brown color, and oh man, the eyes. We get 2 identical line-drawn images of what I assume is Claire's face meant to be reflected. But everything about this cover is so cheap and lazy looking. It gets worse the more you look at it. The Japanese cover is better by a long shot, and I don't know why they didn't use that one for the European release. But in regards to the instruction manual, I couldn't find one anywhere online. So instead, let's look at the back of the case to maybe get a better understanding of what this is all about. Get ready to confront your darkest fears head-on as Resident Evil returns from the dead. What? Code Veronica X came out just a few months ago. Oh, I get it. Dead. Okay. Set across 5 huge levels of flesh-crawling action, Resident Evil Survivor 2 Code Veronica is a first-person gun shooter that places the player directly into action as they attempt to solve the mysteries surrounding the evil Umbrella Corporation. In Survivor 2, guns don't guarantee survival. They just give you a fighting chance. 5 levels, huh? Well, since this is a port of an arcade game, I'm going to guess that this is a very short experience. Also, still don't know exactly what this game is. Supports various light gun peripherals, including the brand new G-Con 2 controller from Namco. free-roaming gun shooter game, Survivor 2 allows the player to move freely
Why
within
does
the
Steven
levels.
look like a guy
Alright, so
from
it's not on
Galarians?
rails. Got it. 3 modes of play: arcade, dungeon, and ranking,
Gets a little
and
strap on
other
his neck?
secret modes to unlock, including versus Roach mode.
Roach?
2 different characters to choose from initially, with a further 2 more secret characters to unlock. Multiple
like-
weapons, including
I'd
the
like-
assault rifle, shotgun,
I'd like
and
a
magnum.
large
Special weapons to
medium
open up include the
pizza
rocket launcher and the all-powerful linear
2-liter
launcher.
Diet Coke.
So, judging just off of this, I am under the impression that
And
this
make
game
the
is
pizza
just the Code Veronica
boss.
story, but in the first-person perspective and abridged down to 5
Alright,
levels.
so
And
what
it
have I
has
missed?
absolutely nothing to do with Survivor 1. And
I'm
you
trying
can
to
choose
figure out
between
what the
Claire
hell
or
Survivor
Steve
2
and can
is.
unlock 2 more. And
Ah.
I don't know. I'm not really
What?
sold on this idea, to be honest.
wait, Survivor
If I
is
had
that
just
the one-
beaten Code Veronica, this is trying to get me to do it again, but now in
Very
first person.
baby? True.
Well, let's just get right into the game.
Is that a parasect?
Yeah. It says it's a sequel,
We're back, house.
but it looks almost identical. So if it is literally just a remix of it, this
I
was.
don't need to play Survivor 2.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. This looks like this was originally an arcade machine.
Oh, wait, else. I know what Survivor is. Survivor's the on-rail shooter one. You don't have to play that.
I know. Well, we already played that.
Yeah.
This is Gun Survivor 2, the sequel.
Yeah, basically, this is Survivor, but it's the set in Code Veronica, so it's the on-rail shooter with Veronica, basically.
I know, but is it the same story or not?
I think it is. That's the thing.
Well, that's why I'm watching a video on it.
We basically just get a few short cutscenes of Claire and Steve fighting some zombies. That's about all we get for setup here. There's the exact same soundbite from Code Veronica for the
Wanna play
Resident
House of
Evil,
Everyone?
and then you choose Claire
We also
or
gotta play their
Steve,
games
which
as
mode you
well?
want to play, and
God,
whether
there's
you're
like
using
4
the
other hard
PlayStation 2
franchises we
controller
need.
or the G-Con 2.
Mikey,
Arcade mode
let
is
me
the
write
standard
down.
mode that, well, you would have played in the arcade. It's the
Here's the
main
question,
story
have you
here where
played
you try to
all
advance
games
and
with
rack
Resident
up
Evil?
points.
Yeah.
Dungeon mode is similar, but you're
technically you have
completing
to play
missions in a
Namco-
time limit,
you have
kind of
to
like the
also play,
Mercenaries mode for this game.
uh,
And versus
Project
Roach
Exo,
mode is
you know,
actually
it's a
just how it
turn-based
sounds. You're
strategy
fighting
RPG. It
cockroaches.
does have
For
Resident Evil
simplicity,
characters.
I know. Well, before we do that, we'd have to finish up the Xeno series as well, since it also uses Xeno characters.
There's a banner next time, Namco X Capcom, but that was only in Japan. But that
Okay.
did have the characters from the cruise ship. The one I think that was Survivor.
Okay.
But I know Project X, which I haven't been the first one yet, but that has Jill and Chris.
I know.
It also has what's his name from Dead Rising with the camera, Frank West.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it has Frank West and it has Chris and Jill.
Okay.
I've never seen anyone actually stream this project. I really a good game to stream.
I know. Well, I have the games. I don't know how. Find a way
it's
to.
on a DS. You'd
Yeah.
probably have to get like a modified. You have to modify your 3DS or something.
Yeah. I know there's like a
Is that-
firmware that you're supposed to be able to do it, but I'll try it.
There is. I just haven't gotten it to work every time I try it. That's
Yeah.
the thing. But I know there's a firmware where you can actually make your 3DS stream it, but I can't get it to work for the life of me.
Yeah. Okay, the other horror games that we have on our list now are the Dino Crisis games. This is technically a spin-off of
I
Resident
would
Evil.
just say it now. Dino Crisis is like NES difficulty for Resident Evil. It is very difficult, those games. So if you think zombies are hard, imagine Raptors, L's. Oh, fun fact,
Yay.
Dino Crisis in Namco X Capcom.
Oh, nice. Okay, the Silent Hill games.
Oh boy.
After that, the Fatal Frame games.
Oh, that's gonna make you jump a lot.
Yay. The House of the Dead series.
Those are okay. House of the Dead. If you can use Parsec, you could do it with a second person.
Yay. Look, I think.
Like you and Raptor, or you and Rain would be fun doing that. The two of you just play House of the Dead together on Parsec.
If we can figure out how to do that, that would be nice.
You
And
see
then
Parsec,
the
you just have
Forbidden
the
Siren
else.
Yeah.
You basically have the game and you load up your Parsec so it's almost like you're playing local.
If we can get it to work?
What?
If we can get them to work?
I mean, as long as you can get the controllers to work, yeah. Cause like me and Ace, we did it. We tested out. We did it for like other games, like when we originally did Dokapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's continue our video.
But that'd be fun to see you and Rain play House of the Dead.
That would be fun. Mostly quick and shouldn't have much trouble.
And also make sure you have the cheat code for using infinite lice, cause like actually no, it's technically built in because like otherwise you're using quarters because you don't have quarters.
Okay.
Feed your PC quarters.
Okay, I'm ready to play.
Also, Elsa's
For
cute.
sake,
Nah!
let's just look at the arcade mode.
Yes.
So you're shown a small map of the prison as the game gives you some objectives. Find a key and evacuate through the door on which the biohazard symbol is drawn. In the intro scene, there is no voice acting, but a reimagining of the scene of Claire entering the graveyard for the first time. She encounters Steve here, and now it's time to get right into the game and... Wait, what? Remaining time before Nemesis gets loose.
The hell?
What is
Nemesis
this game?
is dead?
Well, your HUD screen is kinda similar to how it looked in Survivor, with your equipped weapon and health in the bottom left corner, but also a map of the area in the bottom right. You're told exactly what to do as you just aim your cursor on the screen at what to shoot and then move through the prison area with it looking pretty close to how it did in Code Veronica. After only a couple minutes of intense shooting action, you get to a boss fight, a giant spider. So you just shoot it for a few seconds and then bam, area 1 is clear. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Spider.
And yes, you are absolutely on a time limit, and if that timer runs out, Nemesis
How
does
the hell
indeed
is
show up,
Nemesis
and he
alive?
will one-hit kill you if he catches you.
Yes.
So this game is not only a combination of Survivor and Code Veronica, it's now also part Resident Evil 3. Because, well, I honestly don't know if this is a spoiler for the game or not, but it's not really a game you can spoil. But this game apparently takes place after Code Veronica as a dream that Claire is having while on the plane
It's a
home.
dream?
Why Nemesis is here, though, yeah,
She's
I don't
never
know.
seen Nemesis?
Nemesis is synonymous with Jill, so if it's Claire in this game, you should be stalked by the tyrant that enters the RPG in RE2, Mr. X.
The game said Nemesis
But of
coming,
course,
I said,
Nemesis is more beloved and recognizable.
Nimmy Daddy?
It's sort of like how in later Silent Hill games they
Yeah,
have Pyramid Head
amazing
show up at
Pyramid Head?
random times, even if it doesn't match up with the characters in that particular story. But Pyramid
No,
Head is
do not look
recognizable,
Pyramid Head's
just like
abs.
Nemesis, so just throw the characters in anywhere. But that's honestly pretty much the gist of
Yeah,
the
the
game.
Blood Hunters?
A short look at a short game.
Pyramid Daddy?
It's not meant to be complicated by any means. It's not meant to continue on with a big overarching story. It's just meant to be a light gun arcade game set in the Code Veronica universe that you play for a little while, and that's it. Checking out how long to beat, the main game
An
can
hour?
be completed in about 43 minutes. I will say that this would have been fantastic to see in an actual arcade while killing some time and throwing a few quarters into it. I would flock right to a machine I found with the name Gun Survivor 2 Code Veronica. But, at least in my opinion, porting that arcade game to the PlayStation 2 was pretty unnecessary. And I guess Capcom felt the same way because it never made its way to North America, so it just gives off a lot of low-effort cash grab vibes. If you love the game, then that's great that you can play it at home, but unnecessary is really the main word I can think of to describe this. Sales-wise, it only ended up selling a little over 100,000 copies, although, again, with it not even reaching the North American market. Reception-wise, yeah, I don't know, nobody seems to even care about this game. It tends to place right near or at the very bottom on a lot of Resident Evil game ranking lists. It doesn't even have a review score on Metacritic. It's just kinda there. I said in my Survivor video that that game was really the first misstep for the series, but yeah, this is the next one. And yet, even after all that, this is still the second part in the Gun Survivor series that spawned off 4 total games.
Yeah,
Just to make
Dino
things more
Crisis is our
confusing,
next?
in 2002, Capcom released the 3rd entry in the Gun Survivor
Never mind,
series,
it's just a-
but this time taking place in the Dino Crisis
probably
universe
exists?
with a game
Yeah.
called Dino Stalker. This game did actually get a release in North America too. But then the fourth Gun Survivor game
Yeah.
was back to the Resident Evil series in 2003 that I will soon get
That's
to
our
in its own
next.
video. It's just a strange entry here where it all ends up being a dream Claire is having and taking under an
It
hour.
has Project Melody on the website.
Wonderful.
To complete.
So I
What a
searched
terrible
for what
European
games are
cover, too.
compatible, and it shows that.
True. So
Next time, we're
literally
going to
gonna
be
be-
staying in the year 2001 and going straight to an exclusive Nintendo game.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah, before that.
like with Survivor and Code Veronica's release
Wait.
dates, we're back
Yeah.
to some overlap with release dates by region because the next release in Europe was different from the next release in North America and Japan. I'll explain it all in the next one. Join me next time as we take a look
Yeah,
at
so that. Okay, the question is, we played,
Oh, wow. Wow, it's compatible with Second Life. Damn.
True? Okay, did they talk about 1.5? Or 2.5? No. Should we see if we can find a copy of the RE4 beta?
Up to you.
So that's technically more of a less zombies, more haunted house kind of thing before it got retooled. Okay.
Was that Pokemon one?
Which one?
Oh, Year of the Dragon. Year of the Dragon.
Yeah.
That's the same person, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we can save our next game till later. How do you for beta? Also don't make cry?
You could watch my music video for the fun of it.
I don't have the other Devil May Cries. Someone did put them on my throne. So I'll have to save up for that.
Yes, everyone check out Elsa's throne.
No. Someone
Pull
literally
my devil trigger.
gift bombed me during the Cuphead stream.
All these things running through my head. Heart on fire, flame burning red. Frustration getting bigger. Bang, bang, bang. Pull my
Okay.
devil trigger.
We hit our 3-hour mark. Look at that. I'm gonna see if Devil May Cry is on Steam. It is. As I said, someone put it like the collection on my throne. So it should have like 1, 2, 3.
Well, they put it in your trunk 'cause you're cute.
Ah!
Be careful, else. Be careful what you show in your drone. Be careful what you show in your drone.
I'm not. It's not on stream.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Wait, you could still get Red Guard on there? Interesting.
Someone literally keeps adding games to my throne.
I want to know how they found Red Guard. I didn't even think they still sold that game.
There's a ton of stuff.
Kotor.
Stars. Loving the cat. I'm gonna see. Yeah.
I love how you just accept any games, anything people accept.
That's
Suggest
just
you
not
accept.
cheap.
The only thing
Maybe.
you never accepted on your throne. Oh, the only thing you never accepted on your throne was that oil drum of lube.
Where the heck did we put it? And my mom might have a few questions.
Well, we don't know where you put, but we know where we put the lube inside it.
True.
I know where.
Could it? Should probably be. Else it's redacted. If I can find
If
it.
you go to your last, if you go to your last page, you'll see the stuff that's like no longer available.
True.
You gotta clean your
Devil May
list
Cry
up.
remake. That's not it.
Pull my devil trigger. Els, pull my devil trigger.
Why are we doing fucking what is
Oh,
it called?
someone says
Devil May Cry 5?
because Benedict suggested it and thought someone put on my throne.
Nice.
We were trying to see if it was if they found the HD collection for $30.
You know you can sort your thing by showing more than 25 items per page.
I know. I wish I could just type in by.
You could sort by categories, you know that, right? You can make categories put up at the end.
Yeah, but I had to actually put effort into making the categories. Shenmue 1 and 2.
Don't say lazy.
Handful of Neptune games I don't have yet.
Oh, all these look like all these shovelware games.
And they're only gonna be like a few dollars. Capcom beat 'em up and One Piece.
Cute.
Nah! Okay, that's Party 5 DLC.
How are these games so cheap? Like I just saw
Look,
Marvel for $3 when the game's like $20.
Hell if they buy the cards when they're on sale. And they charge
Super
like
hot.
a few dollars extra
Super
or
hot.
a few cents extra,
Super
so they make their
hot.
money out in
Elves will only do if you say so.
Yeah. I probably should just
Elves-
stream and see
Elves
the other
is
thing.
definitely a good girl.
No.
She's a good girl that's cute.
Eee. Oh, there it is?
She said yay. Chat, you heard it. I said she was a good girl. She's cute. She
No.
said yay. She said yay.
When are we gonna get a miniature
Someone
of
clip it,
humanoid
someone
elves
clip
using
it.
slime elves as a beanbag?
That'd be really adorable. Okay, someone did. Yeah, they put the HD collection. It's like $4 or $5. So yay!
Yeah, someone clip it. She's 3 minutes. She's cute.
No. Okay, let's see who we're gonna raid. Oh, Lime's on. Okay, do we want to
Yeah,
raid
let's
Lime
raid
or
Lime.
raid Myla?
Let's read Isla actually, because Isla's got less people.
Okay. So I can load her name right?
Holy crap, Els! How many notifications do you have?
On what?
Many.
Oh, shut up!
Oh,
I'm turning
damn,
this
I
off
got
now.
bigger booba.
Don't judge my computer.
Isla got bigger booba. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
time
Oh,
right now
Rain,
for
also
me.
while you're
Say so
AFK,
what again? Yay!
Rain, while you're AFK, I suggested, since Els says you want us to play House of the Dead, I suggested Els use Parsec so you two can play together.
Hun, the reason that... Hun, I don't... The reason I don't play during the morning streams is I'm technically also working.
True.
Gotcha. Okay.
We'll
No
see if we can
worries.
get someone else.
Wait, why was
You
that
can get
poison? I
Toho
thought that was a heal.
or Zen.
True. We'll find
Did I really
someone
just
flavor.